Hi Taurus, cannot wait to get into your first week of June reading. I'm super excited. Full moon coming up 3rd or 4th of June, depending where you are in the world. So very charged energy here for you guys, Taurus. Now let us start by thanking Spirit for this clear and concise message for Taurus, and thanking you for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy. I will be tapping into the frequency of Taurus for the collective of Taurus who are tuned into this channel. So thank you so much, Spirit. And we'll be looking at your overall energy, what you don't see coming, advice, opportunity, and challenges here for you, Taurus. Now, this is a timeless message. Whenever you come across it, I put the intention that the message was meant to find you. Although if you are clicking, like I said, when I post this video, this is for first week of June, give or take. You know, energy is hard to pinpoint exact, but yeah, let's see what Spirit wants to communicate to you guys. So we'll lay out all your cards and then we'll get into your reading. All right, Spirit, clear and concise. Now I am using my very first deck ever of all time, so I usually use these cards when I'm doing my own readings, and I absolutely love the messages that I'm getting here with these cards and the energy. So let's see what we have for your overall energy. We have the Star in reverse, Taurus. Then we have the 9 of Pentacles, and we have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. What you don't see coming, Taurus. What you don't see coming, we have Judgment. We have the 5 of Swords, and we have the 8 of Wands in reverse. For advice here for Taurus, we have the 9 of Wands in reverse, the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Chariot in reverse. All right, what's the opportunity here for Taurus? What is the opportunity? We have justice in your opportunity, and in your challenge, we have the 9 of Cups in reverse. All right, before we get into your tarot reading in depth, we're going to pull an oracle card here just to take a look at the energy Spirit's wanting you to embrace for the first week of June. What sort of energy do you need to integrate here? We have the androgyne, okay, that's like androgynous, okay, that's neither male nor female, it's neither here nor there, it's kind of this vagueness, it's everything and nothing type energy here. So interesting that this comes up in your energy. I think what this is really telling me here is you guys might be seeing whatever, because I'm not going to lie, like it looks pretty challenging for your first week of June anyway here. You might be seeing things as good or bad, okay, or something that's happened that you could perceive it to be bad or negative or not good. I feel like what Spirit is saying is that there's neither good nor bad. You know, life is fairly neutral. So whatever's happening here is neutral. It's whatever energy you assign to it is going to determine whether it is a good or bad type energy, or whether you can take that in as good or bad. So I feel like what's happening here is it's being a part of building what's supposed to come here. Like I feel like I'm getting heavy creative energy here for you, Taurus. And I feel like it's coming from a place that maybe you've never even experienced before for yourself. So for some of you guys like who aren't really creative, there's something pulling through or wanting to come through a creative channel that you might not be seeing or might have not have seen. And some sort of experience here that you're needing to be neutral. You're needing to not give it give it a label or give it any sort of good or bad energy to, and just kind of allow it to happen here and stay focused on what you're supposed to be doing or going after here. I feel like there's something here you're wanting to go after, and maybe something here that you thought would go in a certain way, or that you get there in a certain way. And I think you get a detour or things happen here. So instead of perceiving it as something bad, maybe working with what's happening here, I think is really what Spirit is saying. So let's get into your overall energy. We have the Star in reverse, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles for your overall energy for that week, first week of June here. What I'm really seeing, like you're in this beautiful, you know, Nine of Pentacles energy. This is you, Taurus. So I feel like you potentially come from a position that you feel like you're able to succeed. You have everything you're needing in order to make shit happen here. So I think this is why it may be a little bit difficult when something happens here that you don't quite get your way, or whatever you were expecting here doesn't come, or something you were banking on didn't really show up. And I feel like you were really focused on this, right? And I think you did everything you could within your power. And I think you were pretty confident in this panning out as well. So it might have been that you were so confident in this kind of panning out that when it doesn't, it's like, yeah, it's like really impacting maybe even, you know, how you feel. Like, I feel like for a lot of you guys, I mean, it's easier said than done, but maybe, you know, not allowing it to impact your confidence here, because yeah, I just feel like the energy I'm picking up here is a very secure energy of confidence that whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen. And then when it doesn't, it's like, you know, what are you going to attribute to that feeling? Are you going to cower it away and just never try again? Or are you going to see this as just another, you know, thing that happens and press through and still allow yourself to go there? Or are you going to abandon ship on your hope? Or are you going to abandon ship on your dream here? And it could be something creative for you guys as well, but it could push you in a direction of pursuing something else here that, you know, had this not happened, you would have never gone down this path. So it's kind of like a blessing I'm seeing here. But let's get into what you don't see coming. We'll get clarifiers as we go, but what you don't see coming is the Judgment, the Five of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. So this is kind of around the same types of energy that I'm picking up here, because I feel like the Judgment comes at a time in our life where, you know, we reach a stage where we have to be completely honest with what we're working with here. So it could be whatever happened here was out of your ability. I mean, you had everything, you were in a position to succeed. You're in a position to, you know, a very secure position. So when something doesn't happen, you know, it's like, well, why did this not happen? It was supposed to happen, or I was in a position to make shit happen. So you kind of might be dealing in this kind of win-lose mindset. Like there has to be a winner and there has to be a loser in this situation, which I feel doesn't really allow for growth, because again, like I was telling you, Taurus, we got to keep a neutral mind about things happen, and what we assign to it is really what we're kind of creating here. So you could easily get into the mindset of, you know, screwing others over here, and it just becoming a I screw you because you screwed me type game. Or we can come into an awareness and an awakening and a realization that, you know, something might have been for our best calling. And really, when you see the Judgment, it's removing our ego from play here, because Five of Swords, usually somebody's letting their ego get the best of them. They say words or do something in which they're just not proud of, where no one's really going to win. Where with the Judgment here, we're allowing ourselves to really take a look at a situation here so we can learn from it and not repeat it. So I feel like this does put a halt in your plans. I feel like, you know, whatever happened here puts a halt in your plans. You're needing to review a situation here and potentially, you know, saying, am I going to want to be in the side of, you know, winning at all costs, or am I going to want to take some time to really reflect on something here, because something's stalled, something's not moving, and now, you know, you could have been expecting some positive communication, maybe something about even travel or distance or something like that, that just didn't come in, or got stalled, or didn't happen. No forward movement here in some way. Now, before we go into your advice, let's take a look at your opportunity. So the opportunity is this Justice card. So I think the opportunity is for you to really bring justice into a situation here. Now, you can say, again, with this I don't even know how to say it, androgyne card, okay? You can either say, because you could have been fucked over by somebody here and say, I'm going to, you know, whatever, slash their tires or tit for tat, or kind of play that game and bring justice, because that's, you know, you have an opportunity to see it in that way. Or you could say, I'm going to bring justice to the situation because something didn't pan out, and now for myself, I'm going to bring my own fair justice, right? Like, what's going to make things fair for myself here? The Justice card here has the scales, bringing in balance in a situation, and also the Sword of Truth. So I feel like if you're on the side of truth and you remain, you know, kind of in a state where despite what's going on, you stay true to your value, I feel here, then you're bringing in balance in a situation here that could go really ugly quite fast. So also I'm picking like watch your words, because, and I don't ever say watch words because I feel like anyone could just say whatever they feel they need to say at whatever point. And, you know, if people are taking it in the wrong way, I mean, then that's kind of on them. That's my own personal thing. But I'm just saying watch your words here, because I feel like there could be a pissing match over here, which might cause further conflict that you're not needing. So Spirit's like, you know, as long as you kind of remain in your truth, maybe, you know, not having to say whatever you're feeling at that moment might keep things a little neutral here, because you never know when things might go too far and impact something even further that you're wanting movement. Or yeah, something here about, you know, your opportunity to bring justice mostly to yourself will bring justice to a situation here, but maybe how you're perceiving it as justice might need to be tweaked a little bit. Because I do see here in your challenge is you not getting your wish, you not getting what you want. You know, that was your overall energy, something you wanted, you know, your wish, your desire, your hope, whatever you're trying to attain here is now, you know, you feel like all hope is gone here and you're not getting what you want here with the 9 of Cups in reverse. So, yeah, and you could then, like I said, turn it into something where then you are in a position that you could, you know, go balls to the wall and overdo something here and lean into it and double down. But I don't think that's a good idea, Taurus. I feel like then there's some sort of over indulgence or over, yeah, it doesn't leave a good taste in whose ever mouth here. I think you might need to play it neutral, and kind of let the chips fall where they may, although you might be in a position to strong arm a situation here. I'm feeling like it's probably not your best idea to do so at this time. Now, in your advice, you have the 9 of Wands, the 9 of Wands in reverse, 5 of Cups in reverse, and the Chariot. So Spirit is saying here, yeah, to surrender here with this 9 of Wands. This is like, you know, thrown in the towel, not facing whatever battle that you're feeling called to face for the sake of getting that feeling that you've won or that you've conquered. Because again, it's like, does someone have to lose in order for you to win? And if somebody loses in order for you to win, is that a place you want to be? So you might have won the battle, but did you win the war, kind of thing is what I'm feeling here. So Spirit is saying, like, for you to surrender or not, yeah, just throw in the towel in a situation if you feel like you've been, you know, you didn't get what it was that you wanted, and it may feel kind of like shit. You might feel like, you know, you're left out in the cold or take a confidence blow, but it's short-lived and you can kind of work your way out of it because you are the successful 9 of Pentacles anyway. And just not to, you know, not to proceed down this path if it didn't pan out. Like, there's no need to go at all costs kind of through it. But I feel like what this is saying is, you know, maybe you thought you had it in the bag, or that you're able to kind of navigate your way through a situation here. It comes to a stop. Like, this is both whatever was in full motion, whatever was moving is now no longer moving. And I think the advice, because this isn't the advice, is just if it's not moving, don't chase it, don't fight, don't make it, don't force it, don't put someone at a loss in order for it to move, in order for you to get what you want here. Now I'm going to clarify with another deck here, the Aquarian deck, because we may get doubles, and that's just a reinforcement of what I said. So sometimes using a different deck might be best for clarifying. So let's clarify. Let's start with clarifying that whole row, the Star in reverse, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. That's your overall energy here, Taurus. Why do we have the Star in reverse, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, Spirit? So yeah, we have the Ace of Rods, which is the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, this is like an inspired new beginning. So I feel like whatever happens here is just like a blow. And then, you know, you're not going to want to have a desire to start. You're not going to feel inspired here. It could really take a toll or put water on your flame or your desire to even, yeah, get going here. But I feel like Spirit might want you to, you know, accept whatever has happened as a neutral thing. Don't assign any negativity to it, and at most. Like if you can't see it as a good thing, because, you know, if you start seeing it as a good thing, then you start to bring in more good things. But if you're unable to do that, like at least see it as a neutral thing here, because Spirit really wants you to still be inspired here towards something. But I feel like you kind of lose your, you know, your drive, because I feel like this has left you in a state of you weren't really expecting. Yeah, I feel like there's just like a loss of hope or getting what you want here. So we're clarifying the Judgment, the 5 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords in reverse. So we got the Sun, and we also have the 3 of Swords. So the Sun is such a positive card, especially in the upright position here. When I pull it, it kind of negates any sort of negativity around it. So it is coming in the row that we were seeing, you know, the Judgment and the 5 of Swords, which could go, like I said, in a pretty bad way if we allow it and we play this loser win type situation. But I feel like you have clarity, you gain a perspective, you just kind of see things in a way that, although maybe it is a temporary hurt or a temporary setback, you're still going to be the bigger person here to allow yourself to just kind of do your own healing from the situation without involving or stooping to the level of whatever here. Yeah, because I feel like this Judgment, I mean, it is in the upright, so you do kind of take whatever information here and make sense of it, and it's not as painful as maybe because this isn't what you don't see coming. I think once you shed light and have illumination around the situation as, okay, it was something that happened, but you're not attributing like this negative connotation to it, and more of like either a neutral or, like I said, a positive, and saying, okay, now I can take this and, you know, do something else here, or this be a blessing in disguise, and it like kind of softens any sort of yeah, heartache or disappointment you might have around this loss. Okay, so let's get a clarifier here for the Justice. That's in your opportunity. Why is Justice in the opportunity here for Taurus Spirit? Why is Justice in the opportunity? So we have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, that was something that sword was sticking out to me about the truth. And I feel like what Spirit is doing is confirming what it was exactly that I said. Like, as long as you're kind of talking in your own truth to yourself, and sometimes, you know, words do hurt, so we might not need to use cutting words, but as long as we stay true to ourselves and look at the bigger picture here and stay kind of balanced and neutral. Again, the neutral thing coming out, right? Not seeing it as a good or bad, or now that we're on a losing end of something, but that, okay, I can balance out here and still honor what it is that I want for myself here, but it might not be this path here. So something about, yeah, like staying true and being very clear. And if you are to have a communication, like just kind of stay factual. Stay factual to the facts rather than it becoming a loser win, good or bad type scenario. So let's get a clarifier here for the 9 of Cups in reverse in your challenge. Why is the 9 of Cups in reverse here as your challenge? So we have the 10 of Wands. 10 Wands of burden. 9 Cups in reverse. So I feel like, yeah, it's definitely a heavy toll to take when we don't get what we want. But again, Taurus, like what belongs to us weighs nothing. You know, what's meant for us, we don't have to chase. It comes to us. You know, it shouldn't weigh. It shouldn't be a burden. It shouldn't be heavy to carry. It weighs nothing what belongs to us. So I feel like whatever it is that doesn't come to you, your wish, whatever it was that you desired, I feel like, yeah, it could feel burdensome not getting it. But I feel like if it was heavy to carry or heavy to get, then it most likely wasn't your thing. And like I said, I feel like with you're making something here, you know, you're trying to get something here, and I feel like you're going towards something that yeah, like what Spirit's saying is you were trying to get whatever here, okay, which is fine, because I mean, you have something here that you wanted and it didn't work, but I feel like unknowingly you're kind of headed towards something here that is, you don't even realize that you want here. This gem, you don't even realize that you want here, and you maybe got diverted by something here. But if you start stooping or leaning in or doubling down in an area, it only prolongs you from moving towards what you want here. Or it could be that this person's situation or whatever is also involved in you getting this. So if you start playing this type of a game, then you might not get what it is that you know, you actually really were supposed to get here, that was yours, that wasn't heavy, that wasn't a burden, that was actually yours to have. Because again, you have the sun here, right? So I feel like you're able to really bring in this type of an awareness to a situation here, and play the higher ground here, because you know that there's something better here for you. Okay, let's get a clarifier here for your advice with the 9 of Wands in reverse, the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Chariot in reverse. We got the Lovers. Yeah, this is all about a choice here, okay? So I feel like if you go down the path of playing dirty, win, lose, or whatever, or double down in an area that maybe didn't work out because you're in a position to do so or whatever, because things didn't kind of happen, you could get distasteful and kind of play that game. But Spirit's saying if you just allow things to kind of, you know, you surrender where you're needing to surrender because you're not wanting to carry your force or whatever, that keeps the options open for you, that there is a choice here for you to actually still get something here that's meant for you, that's supposed to come for you, that's destined for you with the Lovers card. It's still something that is most likely even better than what it was you were attaining for, but now it's a fit. Now it's not heavy. Now it's not a burden that you might not even recognize is going to bring you your full emotional fulfillment here. And it keeps that option open. But if you were to get this, somehow I feel like this option, what was meant for you, probably would have disappeared, probably wouldn't have happened because you'd be living in some other path here. So this is kind of bringing in like destiny. This is kind of bringing in justice. The opportunity here is you're destined for something here that's more in line with your truth. That's more in line with you walking, talking your truth, living your truth. And I feel like it's really your calling here with this Lovers card, okay? So if this was a partner, you know, can't consider it a blessing. You didn't get whoever it was that you wanted here, because there's somebody here that's better for you, that isn't a heavy burden, that you're not having to carry, that you're not having to fit. You know, you're not having to double down and chase up or whatever, having this realization. If it's a career, then it's like, okay, maybe you didn't get that position, you know, and don't do something that is going to sabotage you in that corporation, because, you know, maybe a week from now, you might have another posting for something that actually is even better, pays better, more in line with what you wanted to do. And then you get a promotion here. But if you, you know, go down the path of, you know, I don't know, like muddying the waters here because you know that you deserve this role or this whatever, you might get perceived as somebody who was a sore loser or somebody who didn't take this loss. So you might not get the opportunity for the next role, right? Something like that. So I'm picking up here for you, Taurus. But yeah, this is what I have here for the first week of June. I hope this helped. Don't forget to check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to put the picture together, or cross watch for your favorite person to see what's going on with them. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Leave a like, leave a comment. I will see you soon. Peace out.